Hi, welcome to Being as Well. Today we're going to be talking about signs that you might be judgmental. The first sign is judgmental people tends to be very pessimistic, which means they tend to have a negative outlook on life, on almost everything. It's almost impossible not to be pessimistic and you're not judgmental. When you're pessimistic, you tend to believe everything that happens in life is happening to you, not for you. Judgmental people tend to believe the life is out to get them. They're always bringing bad people to their life. Judgmental people tend to not take the blame for their own actions. Another sign that you might be a judgmental person is they tend to believe their opinion is always fact, which is never true. They tend to base their opinion off of things they have heard other people say about a certain person, or base their opinion on things that someone might have done in the past. It could be as little as accidentally dropping food on another person, even though it might not be been their fault. A judgmental person will look at it as, oh, they did it on purpose. Because remember, a judgmental person doesn't believe in gray areas. Everything is either black or white, whether it's good or bad. So meaning that person seems bad in their perspective. Another sign that you might be judgmental is you always seem to look for the bad in other people. No matter how hard other people might try to make you happy, you will always find something to criticize them for and put it against them, making them the bad guy. Never thinking that the problem might not be them, it might actually be you. You always tend to put the blame on other people instead of yourself. Everything is always their fault. Why can't they do it right? I'm only asking for this little. Why can't they do it for me? While you might think it's nothing, what you're asking of them is suddenly be a huge problem. You need to start looking at their perspective, because that's another sign that you might be judgmental. You only look at your own perspective. You don't look at other people's perspective. You care about your own selves. Oh yes, they're selfish. Judgmental people tend to be selfish, meaning they care about themselves and nobody else. Another sign you might be judgmental is you tend to skip right to your own conclusion, meaning you make up your own opinion without any proof or evidence that you might be correct. Like for example, if a judgmental person could have been like meeting someone else for the first time, judgmental people tend to judge other people based on the way they talk, the mannerism, and sometimes they tend to compare them with people they have knew from the past, people that could have done them wrong or treated them badly. They would compare that new person they just met to the old person that had wronged them, that have hurt them in the past. They will quickly put judgment that this person is a bad person, that this person gonna hurt me later on in the future if I keep them in my life. That's the mindset of a judgmental person. They will never trust anybody, because every person they have met, even the smallest detail, remind them of somebody in the past that have hurt them in the past. Then there's no possible way that they will trust that person or take them into their life or even accept them as their own being. And once they have made up their mind about you, there's no way of changing it, because they believe so strongly that you are no better than the person that they once knew. And if a judgmental person tends to accept you in their life, they will always they will always have a huge expectation for you. The people that they accept in their life will never reach it because it's so high. It's hard to achieve, since even if that new person is a different person, they will still see the past person that the judgmental person will still see the person they once knew from the past in the new person. So it is quite difficult to change the opinions of a judgmental person. Judgmental people tend to always believe another person's word over someone they knew for over 2 years. A stranger could come up to them and tell them a bunch of garbage about a friend they know, or family member they know, or anybody in their circle. They will believe it because, remember, they are very pessimistic. So of course they would believe the bad over the good of somebody else. So that's another thing to look out for. Is trusting strangers instead of trusting the people in their circle. Hi, sorry to cut you off, but I would greatly appreciate it if you guys would subscribe to this channel. Thank you. I can continue going with more signs of being a judgmental person, but the list would be too long because there's many other signs. And now I'm going to explain ways, if you are judgmental, you could overcome it and become, well, a better you, a better version of yourself. And the first step is try looking within you. Don't look outside of yourself. Look within yourself, because the problem can be fixed with things outside of yourself. It has to be fixed inside within yourself, meaning you have to do self-work on yourself and understand that all the problems you have is coming within you. Your mindset is your own mindset. You have to change. You have to change those mindsets. You can't change other people. You have to change yourself first. That's one step to becoming, well, less judgmental. You also have to recognize that it's always your fault, not other people's fault, but your fault. And when I say your fault, I do not mean like things that have happened. You get what I mean. I hope you get what I mean. Not everything is your fault. What I meant is if somebody else is a certain way, and then you believe that they're not being the best person to you, the nicest person to you, then you could either leave them behind and move on. Another step to able to stop being judgmental is you need to recognize not everything is black or white. Some things are just not easy to solve. Not everything is like math, where every problem there's a solution. Sometimes things just are in the void, really. And there's no yes or no, bad or good. The moment you realize people are either good or bad, and recognize that people are just people, just people make mistakes, and they will never be perfect, then you realize that imperfection exactly is perfect. Well, that's how I look at it. Well, that'll be it for today. Thank you for watching. Please, if you like this video, please like and comment below, and subscribe if you want to see more. And thank you. Bye.